Hey guys, thanks for stopping by my channel today. My name's Tammy. I'm the owner of Walnut Creek Bath Boutique. Today, I want to work a little bit on my sugar scrub. Now, I gave you guys a video of my sugar scrub earlier on, last September. It was probably one of the first 3 or 4 videos I put out. The quality was horrible, and the scrub was just okay. It's been a good scrub for me. I shouldn't say that. It's a good scrub, and I've made it for a long time. It's just I'm not really happy with the consistency. It's not really what I'm going for. And the problem I have with the scrub is it's a bit crumbly. So you scoop it, and when you start putting it, and trying to put it on your body, it just crumbles and falls. That's not really what I'm going for. I want more of a lotiony, creamy consistency that won't fall when you start rubbing it on your body or your hands, and most of it goes down the drain. I don't want it to be liquid. I still want it to be emulsified. I don't want the oils on top and that you have to stir it, and those are usually a fairly liquid consistency. I don't want that either. I really want something that is going to have some body but not be crumbly. And so the biggest change I'm making in my formula is I'm swapping my emulsifier. So I've always made this with emulsifying wax NF, just your standard emulsifier, pretty basic. And I'm swapping that out for Glyceryl, Stearate, and PEG 100. Let me make sure. Yes, Glyceryl, Stearate. I'm looking at my container. Glyceryl, Stearate, and PEG 100 Stearate, which Lotion Crafter calls their brand Lotion Pro 165, and I get mine from Lotion Crafter. That's what I'm going to use. Now, that emulsifier doesn't contribute much of, if any, thickening to your product. A lot of emulsifiers are kind of like a co-thickener. This one won't. And I'm hoping just by making that swap, it will help the end product from being too crumbly, and it'll give it a little bit more of a creamier consistency. I'm adding some shea butter. I think I've only ever made it with mango, but I'm using mango and shea. And I'm still using Stearic Acid because I still need that body. I'm changing all of my percentages too. If it turns out, I'll go ahead and drop the formula down in the description box for you. If it's not exactly what I'm looking for, I'll probably wait and continue to tweak it a little bit. And then once I know it's exactly what I'm looking for, then I'll give you guys the recipe. I don't mind doing that sometimes for you, you know that. Sometimes I will, sometimes I won't. I don't want my channel to just be giving recipes all the time, but I certainly don't mind giving recipes when I feel like they're shareable, and I don't mind sharing my recipes. It's not that deep for me. But if it's someone else's, or if I've taken someone else's recipe and tweaked it just a little bit, I won't share that. This started off being someone else's recipe, but my oh my, I have changed a lot that it's pretty much not recognizable to the other recipe. So I think I'm pretty safe sharing this if it turns out. So anyway, all that being said, I need to go get everything ready. I haven't even sprayed down my counter yet, so I need to get everything ready, and then as soon as I'm ready, we will come back and make this, hopefully, luxury sugar scrub. First thing I'm going to do is in here get my my ingredients that I'm melting down. So the first thing I'm going to put in here is my rice. I'm going to do rice bran oil and safflower oil as my liquid oils, and then I'm going to do mango butter and shea butter as my 2 butters, and then I'm going to add my Stearic Acid. Then I'll be adding my emulsifier, which is that Lotion Pro 162? Lotion Pro 165, the Glyceryl Stearate, and PEG 100 Stearate. So first things first, I'm going to get my liquid oils in here. So I'm going to go ahead, this is my safflower and my rice bran. I'm going to go ahead and kind of heat this in the microwave. and just kind of warm that up and get it a little bit warm because I don't want to burn my butters. I think I'll also go ahead and put my emulsifier in here and my stearic acid. All right, that was 2 minutes, I think, maybe 3, and it's almost there. So 1 more minute, and I think we're good. Let's see how warm it is. It's 149. I think I'll just do 30 more seconds. Guys, if this turns out, I bought this cranberry butter from Brambleberry along with these cranberry seeds. So isn't that going to be fun? I need a good maybe cranberry scent to put with it, but I'm going to make a butter and a scrub for this fall. And I also have pumpkin powder and pumpkin seed oil. I may do like a pumpkin scrub cream, and then my orange cream that I am formulating. If you've seen that video, it is, I think I got it. I think I got it, guys. It took, I'm on test number 6. Test number 6 on that orange cream, but I think it's pretty good right now. So I'm gonna be making a bigger batch of that, and I want to make a scrub to go with it, and I think that would be fun. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the cranberry butter and cranberry seed scrub I'm gonna make. So it's one of the things that I really want to try to get this down before I do more expensive ingredients and try to make this like a set type of thing. So I just weighed off my shea butter and my mango butter. So that's going to go in here now. Little coffee filters are quite handy to have. I don't use it often, but when I use it, I'm glad I have it when I need it, type of thing. Okay, so this is everything that goes in now. So as soon as my butters get all melted, they're close, I'm going to go ahead and transfer this over to my KitchenAid mixing bowl, and I'm going to put that in the refrigerator. And when it becomes kind of semi-solid, not too far gone for sure, I will bring it back down here and whip it. And then I will finish off with my fragrance, vitamin E, and liquid Germall Plus. I haven't decided. I don't know what fragrance I'm going to use. What? While this is cooling in the refrigerator, I don't even know what fragrance I'm just so worried about doing this test. I didn't even choose a fragrance. Good night. All right, I'm going to have to go look on my shelf and see what we're going to do here. I'll be back. All right. Clearly, I haven't gone very far, but the very first fragrance bottle I picked up, this is it. This is it. It's a make your own fragrance. It's Wild Sage and Aloe by Bath and Body Works type. I made a soap with this, and it behaved extremely well in that soap. I remembered that part, but I like this. I don't know what the original smells like. I don't go into Bath and Body Works. I get headaches when I go in there. This Wild Sage and Aloe, I really like the scent. So I'm going to go ahead and color the oils while that last little piece is melting. I usually don't color at this stage, but I think it's going to be just as good and just as easy to mix it in here. Watch me be all wrong. I'm sure I'm going to be all wrong. That's nothing unusual there. Just a little bit of green. Ooh, that's pretty. I am using apple green mica from Micas and More. That's really pretty. It'll be much more pastel once the sugar hits it and once this dries, but I think that's going to be pretty. If I need to add more, I'll hold this out and I can add more. All right, guys, I almost forgot my Polysorbate 80. I'm going to throw that in here before I get any further. My spatula is almost too big to get it out of here. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead, like I said, I'm going to transfer this over to my KitchenAid and get this in the refrigerator, and when it's ready to whip, I'll bring you back. I'm not sure it's time to whip this. I think it's going to be too soft still. But I thought I would see how it goes. So I moved my KitchenAid over here. It's been in the refrigerator for a while, and I've just every 5 to 10 minutes gave it a stir just to keep the edges from getting too hard. But yeah, I think it's still pretty soft, but I do want to see where we're at with whipping it. Doesn't that look luscious? Yeah, it's still a little soft. You know, my goal is for it to be more of a creamy, lotiony consistency, and for sure that is for sure happening here. But I want it to hold its shape and not sink with the weight of the sugar. I have had that happen where, you know, a few days after I bottled it, you go in and there's like this like sinkhole in it where it's just kind of deflated. And I think this will certainly deflate, although it whipped up a little bit nicer than I thought it was going to. So what I'm going to do is try to get all of this off of here. Okay. I'm going to put it in the refrigerator again and see if I can get it maybe another 10 or 20 minutes, and come back down here, whip it again, and see where we're at. Now that it may not go any further than this because I changed that changed the emulsifier. I'm not sure how thick this is ever going to be. So I mean, this may be as good as it's going to get. But back up to the refrigerator. It's been another 10 minutes maybe, not very long. I'm going to go ahead and whip this again, see where we're at. Just a few seconds there. That made a load of difference. And I forgot to tell you guys, I remembered last second about the IPM. And so earlier, before it was still completely liquid, I was able to get the IPM in it. I kind of missed that. So I'm adding my fragrance oil, my preservative, and my vitamin E. I see about getting that whipped in. So you want to whip it to get the air in there, but look, it made it loose again because it just, you know, kind of like the heat and the friction of it kind of loosened it up. I'm trying to decide if I want to go ahead and put the sugar in there or not. And, you know, because it's so soft, maybe I don't want to put that much air in it for it to deflate. Does that make sense? If it is what it is, then it won't deflate, right? If I try to put a lot of air in it, then it will deflate. I'm going to give it one more mix. Try to get all those last 3 ingredients in there mixed in well. I think I'm going to try this. Let's try. It's definitely looser than the last time I made it. It's definitely going to be a not as thick, definitely not crumbly. So that could be a good thing, right? That's kind of what I'm going for. All right, let's get my sugar in here. Lots of sugar. Oh my gosh, this smells really good. I wish I could go into a Bath and Body Works store and try to take notes, or like a Yankee, and take notes of what scents I would like to find dupes of. But man, those places give me a headache. I am super, super happy with this consistency. Look how soft that is. Now, it may still crumble though, but maybe that's just me being unrealistic to think that it won't fall into the tub. That may be me being unrealistic. But that's really much, much closer to the consistency that I've been wanting. So let's see. I have my 8-ounce jar here. I'm going to go tear the scale with this, and let's see how much fits into an 8-ounce jar. I feel like I'm going to take off one of my gloves. I feel like it's getting my jar completely gunked up, and it is. Okay. That is a perfect 8 ounces. I'm going to get, all right, a couple more here. So what I think I'll do is just let these sit overnight, and then do a little bit of a demonstration maybe tomorrow with one of these. Yeah, I think it's going to be really nice. I had to go down to 7.75 in each jar just to get the 5 jars. Yeah, so I'm going to bring you guys back tomorrow. We'll use one of these as a tester and kind of get the consistency and see where we're at with that. Well, it's been actually about a week since I was down here making this. I was able to get my labels printed and on. And so I don't know, I think it's a little darker in person than it's going to show up on camera, but it's fine. You know, I tend to always get my labels a little darker than I mean to. And I did take a look at this, and I did play around with it a little bit with my little spatula. It sunk, but just a tiny, tiny bit. But look, guys, look how creamy. It's kind of got this fluffy, creamy consistency. Isn't that great? I am so excited how that turned out. So I'm going to put a little on. I am using a spatula because normally I would just kind of dip my own finger in there and go to town because it's mine. But this, I think I'm going to have an open house in a couple days, and I think I'm going to have this in my bathroom. And that way, if anybody wants to try it out, they can. So I'm going to have a bunch of these little spatulas sitting there so people can try it out and test it. But yes, it's super, super fluffy. It's just exactly what I was going for. And yeah, I'm going to take a little bit here. Not a lot. I don't have any water in front of me. And just get a feel for it. It smells so good. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I love this scent. This feels really nice. Now, it is falling a little bit, but it's a sugar scrub, so it's going to be, you know, a little bit, you know, falling down. But it's not that, what was it? It was just really chunky and dry consistency that I had before. So I really think that swapping out the emulsifying wax, I couldn't think of my word there for a second. I think that really made a huge difference. All right, I'm gonna go get in the bathroom and rinse this off, but this feels really, really nice. And I can tell it's gonna be really smooth and nourished when I'm done. There are so many knobs on this new tripod of mine. I cannot figure it out. And talk about lopsided. I thought the previous tripod was lopsided all the time. This is a little over my head. All right, so there is the aloe and sage. It's lovely. I like the smell of it a lot. It's gonna go nicely. It's not the same scent, but I just made rosemary mint liquid soap, and it's on my back counter kind of. I just poured it, so it's got a little foam on the top and it's a little cloudy, so it's gonna clear up. This one is my tester in my plastic bottle. That was the frosted glass bottle. So that's the rosemary mint, and I think that may be a nice little set. Those are also clearing up a little bit. But yeah, I'm super happy with this. I think I'll go ahead and drop in the recipe for you guys if you want to try this out and tweak it for yourself, or, you know, I'm really happy with that consistency. That is exactly what I was going for, and honestly, I'm a little proud of myself that I was able to do that first time of making that major of a change. And you know, that emulsifying wax I think played a huge part in the consistency of that, and keeping it from getting too thick, and also giving it that really nice lotiony feel. My hands, even with no lotion after that, feel really, really nice. So I'm super excited. I can't wait to use it. I hope my customers like it this weekend. So anyway, rambling again. Thanks guys for watching. I appreciate your time you give me. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video, would you? That really does help my channel a lot when I get these subscribers and the likes and comments. Everything like that really does help my channel. So I appreciate it all. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.